Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eltimar, and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left off last time, we were in the Midnight Fane, and we were about to head into the heart of the Fane, which I think is going to be the final battle of this place. I took a look online at how to beat the Joyful Darkness, or whatever it was called again. Can't remember what it's called now. But it's a little out of our range at the moment. We will eventually go fight and kill it. I think you're allowed to do it for the next couple acts. We can come back here and fight it. We'll try that out later on. Is this ability... Oh, it's ability right. We're going to burn so many stupid restoration spells. There we go. One charisma drain. Done. Let's get some buffs out. We're going to go up to the top of the stairs first, though. Maybe we should see what we're up against. There's also a dead Glabrazu here we never bothered to loot. Okay. Well, let's just glance into this room. Nah, we should probably buff first. Alright, let's do this thing. So, we already have mage armor on. Let's get mirror image. Let's get... We have bless. We don't have bless. Get bless. Let's get blur.
Smile.
Let's grab Archon's aura. Let's grab mirror image there as well.
What's on your mind?
And we'll grab Owl's Wisdom, Mass, and then we'll grab all the other buff spells too. But I'm also gonna grab actually, do we have Mass View Invisibility? We do not. Because apparently I hate myself. That's okay. Blur on him.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
I'll death ward myself just in case.
I'll prove I am the best.
We get Stone Skin Communal, but that's a lot of diamond dust, and I don't really want to do that right now. Oh, she has restorations as well. Interesting. I forgot that completely. I think that's it for her spells for now. We're doing blur.
Decide already.
I'll watch your back.
Let's get to this one. Full strength, and then eagles.
Should we proceed?
Intelligence, whatever it's called. I don't remember now. Cat's Grace on himself. And I think we're closing in on all our spells that we need. This should be fine. I don't think we'll need protection spells, although we might need protection from fire. Maybe. Do Balor's cast a lot of fire things? I honestly don't recall. Let's go find protection spells. It can't hurt to do, right? Fire. And... fire. Worst case, we cast the wrong spell and we just have to reload and cast the correct one. So, let's do haste and displacement. And let's go in. You are blinded by a sudden flash. It feels like giants are hammering on your temples, and a monstrous pain lashes in your chest. Your wound is reopened at the worst possible moment and is gushing blood. You sense the malevolent proximity of the abyss. You can almost touch the threat emanating from it. Slowly, almost reluctantly, the wound closes, but the pain and your heightened awareness remain. The hall bears the traces of the huge Balor's anger. Some demons are lying on the floor, literally ground into a bloody mess, while the rest are cowering against the walls. Minago, shivering, covers the wound you dealt her with one hand, while trying with the other to wipe away the blood oozing from the symbol carved into her forehead.
Let me into the rift, Tarazand! We're all going to die here! Trying to fight back. It's madness!
No one goes into the rift. You will fight, all of you, or else.
The Balor unleashes a deafening roar, the eyes on his huge head filling with true madness. I won't let anyone flee to the abyss. You're all going to die here and now.
I told you, Tarazand. Now you're going to die, and they'll hang your horned skull on the walls of Dresden.
You and your little troop made a fool of me at the Battle of Dresden. Finally, I can make you pay.
Minago pieced out.
Finally.
The demon's red eyes are fixed on us. Alright, it is time for a Balor. We got 2 Meriliths as well. Not overly concerned about them. Although I don't really want her to go in first. So Camellia's just going to come up here and stop for a sec. The Meriliths are coming in. That one did hit us. We did have flat-footedness, so it's not super surprising we got hit. But however, it is surprising that they managed to get through all of our concealment and stuff, as they always seem to be able to do. Awful attack rolls. There's also some votaries, apparently. We need to heal. We are taking some serious damage. What is your to-hit chance? 39. That's pretty high. So we are going to be taking some damage. Does it ignore concealment? It does appear to ignore concealment. Alright, that's fine. We'll deal with it. We've heal. Literally heal as a spell. However, I don't think we're going to be able to get it. Oh, there's a blade barrier. That's very annoying. Its positioning is actually really, really stupid. Alright, this is going to be fine. Nenio needs to move out of the blade barrier. And we're going to cast our own spell. Circle, but this time the real good one. That's not going to hurt us. Let's knock those guys down, at least one of them. We need to move, well, we'll rage first. Move over to here. Smack that Merilith. Another blade barrier came up, and Nenio is going to die. We could probably heal her. We need to do... Is she in range? Both people are in range. So we'll try and keep them alive with that, and then next turn we'll try and get an actual heal spell off. We did not make it through the blade barrier, unfortunately. Okay, Camellia's turn now. She got knocked all the way back to here. Come on, make a reflex save. What is the reflex save on this thing? It's not that high. Alright, fine. Whatever. We made it there now. I don't think we're gonna die this round. At least hopefully.
May I see your entrails, please? Let the attack commence.
We will shoot this Merilith, I guess. Just gonna pause for 1 second here. Sorry about that quick pause there. Let's continue with this fight. We can still absolutely do this fight. We'll just move Wendwog into the room just a tiny bit.
All I see is blackness.
Didn't do huge amounts of damage. We need to get our dog into this fight. Our skeletal vanguard can move over to the side, even though it's not going to do much. Nenio needs to get out of the blade barrier, because otherwise she'll die. So, good enough. And we are raged up so we can attack Darazend. We might be able to hit him a couple times. We did. Didn't do too badly. Queen Gelfrey and the Hand of the Inheritor are coming in to help. However, they're going to run right through the barrier. That actually hit us pretty hard. Darren made it through. Good. That's what I was hoping. And we'll just do another quick heal. He heals so much with this channel. The Crusader's coming in, which will definitely die on the blade barriers. I don't know if Camellia's going to be able to hit anything.
Demand your blood.
Die! Die! Die!
Darazend took a bunch of damage there. Let's shoot Darazend, I guess. We missed all of our attacks. Some of those guys are still on the ground. Merilith is almost dead. And almost made it through. Oops, that's not what I meant to do with our skeleton, but whatever. It's fine. Skeleton can be there. We actually did hit something. Alright, this is going pretty okay so far. The blade barriers are very annoying, but there's nothing we can do about those at the moment. Spell resistance, 8 our spell. Queen Gelfrey, you must get out. Oh, don't Holy Smite my group members. Are they blinded now? Probably. Anyone get hit by blind? Nope, okay, we're okay. Didn't roll great. Let's heal everyone in our range again. Should be the last one we need to heal. I don't think we can heal our allies, unfortunately.
You are today's sacrifice.
Why did he move? It's because he weaves. It's very annoying to actually click on his model. Like, If I target him where, like here, but if you like watch, he'll weave, and then it'll stop. Actually, that worked out pretty well that time, but oh well. Maybe I'm just sucking at clicking. That's okay though. Let's kill him. Why is he not attacking? We missed all of our attacks. Stop holy smiting my group. Oh, now they're all blinded. Thanks a lot.
I will fight to the last breath.
Wonder what happens if Galfried dies. Didn't expect that guy to get back up, honestly. Alright, Regil, keep attacking Darazan.
It isn't my time yet.
We need to get everyone out of the blade barriers.
Go for their hearts!
May I see your entrails, please?
There we go. Problem solved.
Rifts are usually chaotic and unstable. That's why I've been plagued by one question. How could demons have created a stable, permanent passage from the abyss here in the world wound? And as I stare into the flames of the rift itself, the answer still eludes me. What is the secret to this canker festering at the very heart of our world? How can we heal it?
My friends and comrades, the time has come for us to discuss something of the utmost importance. It is here, on the threshold of the abyss, that I must announce an important decision before you all. But first, we shall talk about you, Commander. About how well you have discharged the duties I entrusted to you.
The Queen lingers for a few moments, staring into the purple flames of the rift.
My righteous sister in faith, must these discussions take place now at such a moment? The enemy is watchful, and its forces are great. That is what we must turn our attention to, not scrutinizing our fellow Crusaders.
In the 100 years that this war has lasted, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought about how we can win it. That is precisely why we cannot delay the conversation any longer.
You have my full attention, my Queen.
Your forbearance is most appreciated.
The Queen gives us a slight nod.
The first and most glaring issue I'd like to discuss is how you have used the divine gift that was bestowed upon you. An aura of necromancy hangs over Dresden. My clerics and paladins tell me they have never seen anything like it, even in Geb, and its source is quite obvious. A commander's absolute priority is leading the Crusader armies, and I cannot help but notice that you have handled this part of your responsibilities well. Among the decisions I find most questionable is your use of Vescavors in the battle for Dresden. A foolish, dangerous, and reprehensible idea, given that the soldiers who carried the bait for the swarm weren't warned about the nature of their mission and perished to a man. I cannot but notice your strange choice of companions. The good gods teach us to seek the light even in the darkest soul, and to believe in redemption. But it is one thing to believe in the good intentions of a murderous succubus, and, for example, send her to a temple of Desna to be cared for by experienced priests. But it is another matter entirely to take the demon with you to the front lines, where one well-timed stab in the back could put a tragic end to our entire Crusader cause. It is unthinkably reckless.
With all due respect, my lady, Arushale has proven herself to be a faithful and reliable comrade. She has fought bravely for us, and we both want to see the demons defeated. Is there any reason to reproach the commander for accepting her into our party?
You can find reasons aplenty in any Mendevian cemetery, Sealer. Each one is full of the graves of those who were deceived by demons.
Let me remind you that you were the one who assigned Nura Dendawar to my entourage, who turned out to be a Baphomet cultist, so which of us is incapable of choosing worthy companions?
A fair reproach. Let's hope Arushale will stand head and shoulders above Nura. I also wish to mention what you did with Iomede's banner, the Sword of Valor. This sacred relic, handed to you to defend the city against the demons, has become a reflection of you. I do not know how you managed to distort its features, but I cannot overlook it. I only pray that Iomade will forgive us all for this most improper treatment of her relic. That is all I wish to say. And now, to summarize. You can think my assessment is empty fault-finding, but I am responsible for the entire crusade, for Mendev, and for the future of those who have encountered or will encounter the evil of the World Wound. I do not have the luxury of making a single mistake.
You hear the ring of steel in the Queen's voice.
That is why I am forced to remove you from the command of the Fifth Crusade.
I won't stand for this. Throughout the Queen's entire speech, Darren is silent, but his silence is more expressive than an entire crowd yelling profanities.
This is why I always take payment up front. The customers become very shifty when everything is done.
Grinning, Greyborn nods.
I deeply respect the desire to bring discipline to the Crusades, but not all the accusations you leveled at the commander are guided by that desire.
My righteous sister, you are entitled to make such a decision, but please reconsider whether this is the right one. He is not just the Crusade commander. He is our hope, our only hope.
Man, standing against the Archangels puts the Queen in a bit of a precarious position.
Our only hope is he? I see you do not value me or the other heroes of the Crusade very highly, my righteous brother and comrade.
The Queen's eyes flash.
But let me continue. Do not take your demotion as a punishment. I have in many respects been forced to take this step. As we all know, the demons have created a new weapon, Nihindrian crystals, which provide them with truly mythical powers. We managed to remove the threat temporarily, but not eliminate its source.
The Queen takes a deep breath, briefly closing her eyes in wariness.
Thanks to the book recovered from Aureliu Vorlish's laboratory, we know that the rift before us cannot be closed until the first and main rift is closed. The one that lies in the Threshold Fortress. So, for the safety of Dresden, I shall have to destroy all the exits out of the Midnight Fane and block everything here so that demons coming through this indestructible rift cannot descend upon Dresden again. This is a forced measure. I am doing it for the safety of the city, but this won't solve the problem. We should, no, we must, track the demon's path and settle this issue once and for all. And that means venturing into the abyss. No one but you, with your unique power, can handle this task. That is why I shall take over the command of the Crusader armies, and you will journey forth on this great mission.
I will go to the abyss, but don't think I'll forget the way you treated me. The Queen's brow furrows, but she refrains from comment.
Valor, bravery, and loyal comrades. We have all this in abundance. With it, even the abyss holds no fear for us.
The angel lays his hands on my shoulder.
Wish me luck as well. Until next we meet.
The Queen's eyes dart away and her knuckles turn white as she grips her hilt. Everyone get out of the friggin' blade barrier. Stop taking damage.
Me already.
I'm gonna wait for the blade barriers to go away because I want to loot the Darazan. There we go. They're fading. Alright, we got Menace of Death. It's an amulet. Oops. Oh, we healed. I see. Okay. Stop moving. When someone dies within a 10-foot radius from the wearer of this amulet of natural armor +3, the wearer gets the effect of the haste spell from 2d6 or 2d3 rounds. This effect is renewed with each time somebody dies. After the effect wears off, the wearer cannot make any weapon or unarmed attacks for 1d3 rounds. Okay. Rupturing Storm is a +4 scimitar that deals an additional 3d6 fire damage. On critical hits, it can create a fire spark that sticks to allies, granting them flaming enchantments for 1d3 rounds, as well as granting the wearer and allies fire resistance for the same duration. That's pretty good. Gold coin with a Baphomet mark on it. Alright, I guess we're going up to the abyss. We're going to a place called Nexus, it would appear. Let's see if we can loot things. Alright, there's so much to loot in here. We're going to go through this whole list of masterwork items and junk. Mostly I'm just trying to see if I can loot Yaniel's body from earlier. We definitely still can't. We can move things. Wait, can I move it to a different body? If I were to, like... I can't move it, okay. Really wish I could grab it. But you can't. Okay. Fair enough. Oh wait, I wasn't done looting.
Wherever my legs carry
Even though I
me.
really just wanted Yaniel's stuff. Let's take a quick look at the rest of it. Get rid of all those scimitars. I'm not gonna grab every single thing. There's just too much, but at least the scimitars are light and they're worth a good amount of money. There was a lot of Meriliths in this place, having looked at the bodies now. Getting all those, and we'll leave that stuff there. Actually, you know what? We're still medium encumbrance. Let's just grab it all. We're going to
The
the
commander has stepped through the rift, and now there is no going back. Onward, to solitude, to the unknown, to the abyss.
I think that's the end of Act 3. Finally headed in to Act 4. Act 3 was very long, but I think Act 4 is relatively short, comparatively, anyways. Oh, we're getting more power. And we're wandering off. The Hen of the Inheritor is coming with us to the Abyss. That seems like a truly terrible idea. Champion, I'm amazed. I sense a surge in the power within you the moment you boldly stepped forth into the rift. The power was dark, but I have faith you can keep it in check and wield it only to save Golarion from the abyssal invasion. The angel turns his head and surveys the bleak landscape that has been revealed to you. His movements are growing tense, and even the soft golden glow that usually emanates from him is fading. So that's where this rift leads. To the realm of the most cunning of all demon lords. This location is familiar to me, but that fact brings me neither joy nor consolation. Ah, the Abyss, Nenio rubs her palms together. This is not a hospitable place. But just imagine how many experiments we can conduct here, how many marvelous demons we can study. One day the legions of the righteous will march through this place and trample its residents into dust. Alas, we won't live long enough to witness that day, but we can bring it closer by completing our mission. Darren stands with one arm slung across his chest. He seems to be listening intently to something only he can hear. The commander has been banished to the Abyss by the grace of the illustrious Queen of Mendev, uprooted from his life and sent on a mission to a strange and alien world. You didn't foresee that little twist, did you? And how could you? It's not as if you've ever seen my dear cousin Galfrey behave in such a high-handed manner with anyone else. You seem tense, are you alright? Yes, he answers hastily, but thank you for asking. Darren shakes himself and gives you a slightly tense smile. I beg your pardon for this sudden fit of melancholy. No one likes a dreary companion, do they? To make things right, I promise to arrange a little entertainment for you. After we get settled in this charming locale, of course. What can you tell me about this place? These are the Midnight Isles. An odd mix of pensiveness and profound aversion rings in the angel's voice. This is the round of Nocticulla, the Lady in Shadow. Every corner of the Abyss is repellent in its own way, but this is where one truly walks on corpses. The angel gestures to the land with his iron gauntlet. On the corpses of demon lords that were treacherously murdered, every monster slain in by Nocticulla becomes an island like the one we're standing on right now. This place seems to be created specifically to befuddle the hearts and minds of the righteous. What I mean is, the demon lords are our enemies and their death should please us, but as I look at this black sky, I realize that sometimes the death of evil creates an even greater evil. Why would Nocticulla kill the other demon lords? For power, of course. Every new murder that she commits extends her realm, and the greater her realm, the greater her power. The ambitions of the Lady in Shadow are great, and she knows no mercy. So the archipelago has become much larger in the millennia of her rule here. What does Nocticulla have to do with the invasion of Golarion? I do not know. Before the idol that we saw in the Midnight Fane, I had not seen any trace of her influence in the World Wound. But it's no wonder. The Lady in Shadow values guile, subterfuge, and devious plots. I will not be surprised if it turns out that she has been secretly aiding Baphomet and Tiscari since the first days of the invasion. What should I be wary of here? Beware every shadow, the angel answers without hesitation. This is the Abyss, the plane of chaos and evil. It would be fair to compare our mission to that of spies sent deep into enemy territory. We do not belong here, and everyone and everything that does not seek to kill us on sight will either kill us slowly or use us for unimaginable evil. It's a shame that we cannot hope for the protection of the Sword of Valor in this place, or of the one who used to wield it. You should have sensed it already, how different everything feels without the banner's holy protection. What's our plan? We need to find the source of the Nahindrian crystals and destroy it forever, if possible. We know for certain that the crystals were transported to the World Wound through the rift that we used to get here. What we must do right now is take a thorough look around. We need to understand what this place is and what they were doing with the crystals here. Whether they were creating them or mining them or bringing them here from elsewhere. I'd also like to know who was in charge of the demons on this side of the rift. There may still be traces here, or even some documents or witnesses. Onwards, be careful, champion. I will wait for you here. Yeah, that's a good plan. You don't want to walk into a city. We have a new mythic thingy. Let's see what we want to do here. What do I want to do here? Alright, let's take a look at our skills. We could get... I mean, with our rolls, abundant chance, or always a chance, might be worthwhile, to be completely honest. But maybe not. Alright, we don't want any of these. Dimensional Retribution is not what we really want. Ever Ready. Whenever you make an attack of opportunity, you get a bonus on your attack roll with the rank and number of... Oh, that's not so bad. Vulnerability is ranged attacks. Inspirational Leader is pretty okay. Last Stand is quite good. Your mission is too important to fall in battle, and your mythic powers let you endure unbelievable things. Once per day, when your HP drops low, you become unkillable. For 2 rounds, you become immune to damage that would make you unconscious. Also, Leading Strike is pretty good. However, it is an ally-related ability, and we're not going to need that soon. Mythic Charge is okay. Thundering Blows is pretty useful. We do miss quite a lot. Unrelenting Assault is also quite useful. As is Unstoppable, but I think we go with Thundering Blows. Because we might miss a bunch. We always seem to. Alright, Mythic ability for her. Probably. Get Distracting Shots. That's a good one. Also, Expose Vulnerability is also really good. Maybe Expose Vulnerability. It's a pretty useful one, honestly. Ranging Shots is also really good. So that we can actually hit. Oh man, that's a tough one. See, ranging shots is really good because each time we miss, we get a +1 stacking bonus on attacks against the same enemy up to maximum of our mythic ranks, but every hit lessens it. So we can... It's good for making sure you hit things eventually. And our mythic level is 5, so we can get up to 5. +5 to hit is quite a lot. Screw it, I think I'm going to take Expose Vulnerability. Alright, moving on. Next person. Greater Abundant Casting. That just goes without saying, and that's going to be basically the same thing for every person here. It's super duper good. Not for him though. He wants something else. We could take second... You know what? I'm going to load up his build because I can't remember what build what I took for him for his next build. I think it was another Bloodline. Honestly, I think it might have been Serpentine. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Perfect. And we're gonna grab... You get a bonus feat, of course. We can choose whichever one we want, but I think I'm gonna go with Combat Reflexes. Or Toughness. We could take Combat Reflexes. It's a bit of a toss-up. Not Combat Casting. Combat Reflexes is pretty good. Deceitful, I'm not going to use. Lightning Reflexes is pretty good. Toughness is also quite good. So, I think I might just take Combat Reflexes, though. Those AOs can be pretty useful. And I don't think he needs the extra hit points that much. Okay. And then abundant casting for her as well. Alright, and now we need to do spell things. We don't have a whole lot of level 7 spells yet, but we can have all the Sirocco's and maybe one Firebrand. Sure. Grab one Firebrand, and we'll grab one Joyful Rapture. In fact, I think actually we'll grab... Yeah, no, just one. One's fine. And everything else is good there. He has spells per day, so that doesn't matter. But he does have Storm Bolts now, apparently, but we have 0 spells per day for that. We have now 8 level 7 spells per day, which is really nice. She is also going to have level 7 spells next level, I believe, so nothing yet. We also now have Bale. We have level 5 spells for him, and probably a couple more extra of these spells, too. Let's grab Glitter Dust. It's very useful for invisible creatures. What do I want? Grab a haste, just in case we could get another one. Just straight up another death ward. Super duper useful, although we can also get greater invisibility. And damages the man. Blah takes 1d6 negative damage. Heal. Sure, that one sounds pretty great actually. Let's do that. Let's deny death. Oh, cool. Sanguinate is also pretty cool. Anyways, that's good enough. You're fine, I believe. Eventually you'll get more spells. And I guess that's going to be our spells and upgrades. That's also going to be the end of our video. In the next video, we're going to head out... Oh my god, that looks really cool. Look at this place. Get out of the way, rocks. There's like palaces down there. I'm super excited for this. And this once used to be a working portal, but it seems now the gates are inactive and lifeless. The stone of the entrance to these gates looks worn, so there's no doubt they saw frequent use. I'm just kind of wandering. Where do I even go? Probably down this way, honestly. I'm just gonna go see what's down here, and then we're gonna call it a video. This place is giant. Like, this actual map is pretty big. Look at how small our characters actually seem. Based on the range that they're walking. Interesting place. Alright, I guess in the next video we'll continue exploring and figure out where to go. There's a to the caves thing here. So there's something here. Who's that? It says portal. I think we'll go into the caves first and the portal later, but for now, we'll leave you here. Take care guys, and I'll see you all next time.